Exloration Orbite is the 100% holder of mineral rights relating to the Grand Valley property, which is located 32 kilometers northeast of Murdochville in Gaspésie. Orbite's site is very close to a deep-sea port, which allows Orbite to have direct access to the international market. Orbite's property consists of over 62 aluminous clay cells covering 3,457 hectares. As of today, 5 fragmentary clay and claystone zones associated to claystone outcrops have been localized and identified by letters A, B, C, D, and E. Only Zone A has been evaluated with excavations, trenches, and drillings. Our research delimited the zone up to a depth of 100 meters, claystone rock volume of 36.9 million tons, with an average of Al2O3 grade of 24%. The conclusive results are an indicator of the economic potential for our project for the Gaspésie region.
Our business model is quite simple. On one end, we take a resource, a unique resource, which we have in Grand Valley, an alumina clay resource, and we developed a patent-pending process. The first type of product is specialty alumina. It's high-purity alumina meant for the high-technology market. The second product is a metallurgical alumina for the aluminum plants in Quebec and around the world. Our process is quite different than the one that is being used for transformation of bauxite. Our process is based on new technology, novel ways of doing things, and therefore has very low ecological footprint and is not a great user of energy. Since 2005, there's been a radical increase in demand for aluminum around the world, especially in China and India. This has reflected itself into a higher demand for alumina. The aluminum producers around the world are agreeing that the demand for alumina will outgrow the capacity of production around the world in 2011, thus creating an opportunity for Orbite.
Orbites have followed the usual stage to develop its process. The first step was to determine the best chemistry, and this step is done at what we call a laboratory scale, where we determine the parameters of chemistry that will be used to extract the alumina from the clay. This process has been developed with the help of the Center of Chemical Process Studies of Quebec, which is a research center based in Montreal. The next step was in fact to demonstrate this process to a higher level, which consists in fact to the production at a pilot laboratory scale of approximately 1 kilogram that have been produced since now. This product have been useful to evaluate the characteristic of this process and to give us a good idea of the value of this process to an industrial scale. The next step will consist to realize a pilot plant which will give us a very good idea about the operating parameters for the final step, which consists in fact to the construction of a final production plant. The pilot plant step will consist to take the laboratory scale to an industrial level. We estimate the cost of this step to $6 million.
Our action plan is divided in 2 different segments. The first segment is the pilot plant. The pilot plant will produce about 1 ton a day. It is meant to optimize the processes so that we can extract as much productivity as we can from the plant. The second step is to produce a 500 ton a day plant. And this 500 ton a day plant will be the first one in North America to produce alumina, specialty and or metallurgical alumina for the requirements of North America and other clients. This 500 ton a day plant is expected to create some 400 jobs.